joining me. Please find a seat. At every row, you'll find at least one card. On that card, you will see some words. Please share these cards. When you find one, find a word that speaks to you. When you find the word that speaks to you, feel free to rip it from the card. The cards are made of edible seeds. I invite you to find a word that speaks to you, to rip the word from the card and to eat it. Sit. Sit. Sleepless. Drop. Sit. Sit. Sleepless. Drop. Conjure. Conjure. Fly. Sit. Sleepless. Drop. Conjure. Fly. She taught you how best you should make use of your own body. She assisted you, like the day's shadow from the purposelessness
Question yourself.
of our own
Question all
body.
those who meet you.
Your soul, your brain. She couldn't hurt herself. Not then. Anyway. Sit.
Doubt.
Drop.
Yes. You were given birth to by notions formulated in your heads.
Fly.
You were not a child,
She nourished you.
breathing, just
A
like
body
anybody else.
totally her own. Young as you were,
Doubt.
needy and self-sufficient,
Were given birth to by notions formulated
she could
in
choose
your heads.
to be
You were
herself,
not a child,
walk
breathing,
about
just like
in the
anybody
nude
else.
if she wanted. When awake, and if you were the only person in the room, she cursed people in her language. It didn't matter whether you understood
Exist.
or not.
This is not the
What
heavens.
mattered was the look
That's the thing.
in your eyes.
This is not the heavens.
Surprise. Or incomprehension. Yours and hers, because of her relationship with you. You
This is not
became
the
a
heavens.
controversial topic to many.
And that's
She
the
was
north.
from somewhere else,
When your uncle speaks
up north.
on your behalf,
They treated her despicably, calling her all sorts of things. No one took the trouble to reach the bottom.
wonder
Eden,
or friends.
who was she, really?
When your uncle speaks,
To you, she
on
was
your
the
behalf,
cosmos. Hers was the body on which your growing nourished. It didn't matter in the least whether she came or not,
wonder
if she had been a warrior or
a
no.
friend to the
She meant the world to you.
prodigious.
No one else needed her as much as you, as often as you,
Or blood.
when she wasn't with you. With an abandon, you cried and cried with a self-surrender. Some say
Leap to the tongue.
she bewitched you.
Prodigious
Find a word,
imagination.
rip it out.
Journeys to a region
Eden.
solid and prominent
From your first encounter,
to exist.
you didn't like the way she outstared you.
To exist.
You paid her all attention, leaving you more or less yourself. The look, your eyes, described as wicked and satanic.
This is
Not quite
the
a
heaven.
being. Perhaps this explains why
Cease as there are to exist.
she exists primarily upon the fortune of different
One
kingdoms,
people's eyes.
the living
Me too.
and the dead. Disappointed.
This is not
Again.
the heavens. unless there are. None of soul.
Allah is the space and time of all Muslims. Allah is the space and time of all Muslims. Allah is the space and time of all Muslims.
You are not yourself.
Allah is the space and time of all Muslims. But not you. As usual, resist. She had organized her life around you. She awoke not to say her prayers, but not to attend to your needs. Was she you? Even-legged? Sure-footed? But then how could...
Before us, without any clearing. Stone steps, too numerous to count.
The small world of darkness cast by your stars, you opened you touched yourself in order to be reassured in bed. The priest was in his foulest of moods. You are touchably there, without reassuring yourself. What am I to do then? Be accommodating. You are insane. And you are jealous. You are never alone.
Numerous stories in the wake of your land.
So much so that I see you all the time. You smell of urine.
In the wake of the old man. Yes. Question yourself.
Why can't we just marry, you and I, and let our bodies join without odor and cries? We cannot. We cannot. I can be yours only in sin, only in sin. Imagine you and burst into tears and burst into tears and burst into tears and burst into tears.
Question all
burst.
Those who afflicted, knowing that lives of destiny.
But you were an adult, surely. What you don't say,
in the wake,
whatever it was worth, you knew when bedrooms closed, sleeping lids, when their tongues tasted staleness in their mouths, their parents surrendered in bed. When thoughts were unharnessed and allowed to roam freely, you knew. You could tell stories no one was listening to in the late hour and the night's darkness. You allow the adult to emerge, express adult thoughts, and then the two of you, like adults, exchange secrets, condemn and pass judgments, talk about daily bloodletting. Picture the truth. You lost. Count how many things you were frightened. You remember little kindnesses extended to you, shunned, cried, touched. You justified scolding yourself. You didn't want children.
Large.
You began to reason thus. You didn't like children because, as always, daughters busied themselves as women caring for infants with broken hearts, as though they were little girls. In retrospect, part of you admired these girls from a distance anyway, climbing a wall, or basking in the sun. The life-giving aspects interested you. You once said it was the visceral dislike of children's babble, their mechanical contrivances, the noise, demands, the surprise, listening to you. suffering some complaint. You ate 10 times as much at 4.5, weighed a ton, nicknamed monster, hearing mother say, "Why have you made me a monster?" You tell the story. But suddenly, features change, expressions. That's enough. Change the subject to something trivial. Tell a story until your breathing slows, shallows, knee highs. Mothers were generally indulgent first, then ruthlessly rigid, strict. You imagined constant loss all the time, instructed women in their best, toddled past them. Some can afford indulgence. Some see angels and marvel. Some have no children and are thus blessed. Many admire adults who admire them. Sit. Sleepless. Drop. Conjure. Fly. Large. Large. Secret. Yes. Question all those who meet you. Question yourself. Doubt. You were given birth to by notions formulated in heads. You were not a child, breathing just like anybody else. Exist. Exist. Think. Yes, that's the word. Think. This is not the heavens. Unless there are. Unless when your uncle speaks on your behalf, wonder of friends, creatures of fiction, whose likes and dislikes are blood relation. Leap to the tongue. Prodigious imagination. Journeys to a region solid and prominent. Cease to exist. Realm of soul, you are not yourself anyway. Numerous doorways are enabled through forests without any clearing. Stone steps, too numerous to mention, to count. In the wake of the old man, there was a girl, a butcher. In the wake of the old man, there was a girl, a butcher. In the wake of the old man, there was a girl, a butcher, knowing in the wake of an old man, there was a girl, a butcher, Please take your seeds with you. What you don't eat, I hope you plant. Please take your seeds with you. What you don't eat, I hope you plant.